The Washington Capitals wrapped up their preseason journey with a thrilling 2-1 victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets, leaving fans buzzing with anticipation for the regular season. But here's where it gets intriguing. As the final buzzer sounded, it wasn't just the win that stole the show, but the individual performances and strategic nuances that could shape the team's future. Let's dive into the key takeaways from this preseason finale, where every play seemed to whisper hints about what's to come. The game kicked off with a flurry of near misses as both teams peppered the posts and crossbars in a scoreless first period. The ice finally broke in the second when Declan Chisholm lit the lamp, thanks to some slick passing from Ivan Miroshnichenko and Ryan Leonard. Pierre-Luc Dubois then doubled the lead with a clinical 2-on-1 finish, though Matthew Olivier ensured the Blue Jackets wouldn't go home empty-handed with a late goal. And this is the part most people miss. Beyond the scoreboard, this game was a microcosm of the Capitals' evolving identity, blending youthful energy with veteran poise. Controversy alert. The Capitals' power play unit made its full debut this preseason. And while they generated some promising chances, Alex Ovechkin's role remains a hot topic. Should he really be the go-to option for the entire 2 minutes? I'm not convinced. It feels like opposing penalty kills might be forced to adapt more creatively if the Capitals mixed up their strategy instead of relying so heavily on Ovechkin. What do you think? Is this a winning formula or a missed opportunity for innovation? Ryan Leonard continued to impress with his physicality, proving he's not just a hitter, but a player who can contribute offensively too. His chemistry with Miroshnichenko on Chisholm's goal was a highlight reel moment. Speaking of Chisholm, he's all but secured his spot as the 7th defenseman, capping off a solid preseason debut with the Capitals. Hendrix Lapierre remains a standout, consistently executing the small details that make a big difference. It's wild to think he's just 23 and already a stabilizing force on a line with Leonard and Miroshnichenko. Fun fact, that line featured the Capitals' first-round picks from 2020, 2022, and 2023, a glimpse into the team's future. Unfortunately, the win wasn't without its setbacks. Dylan McIlrath and Matt Roy both sustained injuries, with McIlrath's status particularly concerning after he left the game twice. Logan Thompson, however, was a bright spot in net, looking sharp despite questionable defensive support in front of him. If I were calling the shots, the final roster spots would go to Chisholm, Lapierre, Miroshnichenko, and Vincent Iorio. Sonny Milano would be the tough cut, though he's undoubtedly earned a shot somewhere else in the league. If not, he's the first name on the recall list from Hershey. With the preseason now in the rearview mirror, the Capitals will take a well-deserved day off before finalizing their roster on Monday. They'll then gear up for their season opener against the Boston Bruins on Wednesday. Here's a thought to ponder. As the Capitals transition from preseason to the real deal, which player or strategy do you think will be the game changer? Let's hear your take in the comments. Agree or disagree, the debate is wide open.